Hey YouTube, this is Tom at TM Aquatics, and I hope you're all doing great. It's been a couple of weeks since I've uploaded my last video here on the YouTube platform. It's just life got a little busy, and it is the holiday season after all. But that doesn't mean things have slowed down here in the fish room at TM Aquatics. In fact, things have gotten busier than ever. In the past week and a half, I've added 3 new species of Corydoras here in the fish room, and I'm going to show all 3 of them to you today. We also had a surprise spawning, and we're going to check out which fish gave us that holiday surprise. So don't go anywhere. I hope you stick around and check this one out. Alright YouTube, I just want to start out this video by first and foremost saying thank you for once again stopping by my YouTube channel, TM Aquatics, taking time out of your day to watch one of my videos. I greatly appreciate it. Now in the introduction, I mentioned that I have brought home 3 new species of Corydoras over the past week and a half or so. And I want to show all 3 of them to you now. Now 2 of them are down here in this 10-gallon tank going through quarantine. So we're going to kneel down here real calm and slow and see if we can get a good look at these new Corys. Both species are out right now. Now these first ones, these smaller ones with the black face and the black back stripe, those are Corydoras Duplicareus. And those are one of my all-time favorite Corydoras. Those actually came from my brother's fish room. My brother has a fish room about the same size as mine. He also breeds Plecos and Corydoras. And he has a breeding group of Duplicareus that spawn almost daily. I was over there yesterday, brought him some L134 leopard frog Plecos, and came home with some Corydoras Duplicareus. They're just a fantastic, beautiful looking fish. Now, some of them are a little too young to have developed their adult coloration yet. But as they get older, they'll get a very dark, deep black back stripe like this one up here on top of the heater. They're an absolutely beautiful Corydoras. There's other Corydoras in here. There's one over there. There's a couple over here. Those are Corydoras Venezuelan orange. And I picked those up from one of our local fish stores, Quality Aquatics. He brought some in a couple weeks ago. I was up there last weekend and picked up a nice little group of 6. Hoping we end up with couple of females and the rest males. Now I might go back and pick up a couple more just to have a larger group. Those are Corydoras Venezuelan orange. Now also in this tank, but back in the corner, you might be able to see in the reflection of the glass, there are 3 more Corydoras equus in this tank. I don't know if you can see back there or not. All the way back there in the corner. There's 3 more Corydoras equus, and all 3 of them are males. Now, if you've been watching my YouTube channel for the past couple months, you know that I have a nice large group of wild-caught Corydoras equus in this 40 breeder. And these were all purchased from one of our premier LFSs here in Minneapolis, St. Paul, called Tamed Waters. These are my all-time favorite Corydoras, the Corydoras equus. And when the owner Phil brought these in, I quickly went up and claimed a nice group of 8. And then he was able to get some more, and I went and picked up another group of 4, and then I went back and got even more. I've been very, very happy with this group of Corydoras equus. The only issue is I have a lot more females than males, and with Corydoras, it's never a bad idea to have actually more males than females, if not at least a 1-to-1 ratio. And as it stands, I have 10 to 11 females and 5 or 6 males. So I'm a little short on males. So this past week when I was up at Tamed Waters, noticed that Phil had brought in yet another group of Corydoras equus. And I could not resist the opportunity. Oh, there was one. could not resist the opportunity to pick up 3 more males to add to the group. So anyways, Duplicareus, the Venezuelan orange, are 2 of the new species of Corydoras here at TM Aquatics. Let's go check out the 3rd and final new species of Corydoras. Alright YouTube, that last species of Corydoras is over here in this 20-gallon tank here. You can see them along the side of the tank. They're a little shy and they're a little skittish. So if we do get some coming out, I just got to be really careful and calm. Here come a few. They're an absolutely stunning Corydoras. They're one of the more rare Corydoras. You don't find these in the hobby very often. And in fact, before I bought them, I had read that there were no active breeding reports or no breeding reports on these particular fish, but I have talked to a couple people that have confirmed these have been bred in captivity. To be quite honest, I did not buy them with the intent of being a world first. I bought them because they're cool, and the fact that they have been bred in captivity actually makes me feel a little bit better knowing that it is not impossible. I am not a Corydoras expert, so the fact they have been bred in captivity just gives me peace of mind knowing that it's possible, and that is the ultimate goal with this species, as every other, just as it is with every other species here in the fish room. But these are Corydoras Seussi, S-E-U-S-S-I. They're a long nose type Corydoras. They have yellow pectoral fins, yellow dorsal fins, kind of like a sturby. They're a lot longer and more streamlined than a sturby. Then they have that vertical stripe pattern on their tails. They're an absolutely stunning Corydoras. They're a little more on the expensive side than some of the other Corydoras. I did pick up a group of 10 of these, which set me back quite a bit. But they're in this tank enjoying a quarantine process. I'm not sure where they're going to end up, just the same as the Duplicareus and the Corydoras Venezuelan orange. I do not have tanks for these new species, so I'm going to be forced to do something different, make some changes, and there they go. But I am super excited to have these Corydoras Seussi in the fish room. Again, they're not a Corydoras for the beginner or even the intermediate, and I'm just really excited to have that project here in the fish room. Those are the 3 new species of Corydoras here in the fish room at TM Aquatics. The Corydoras Duplicareus, the Venezuelan orange, and the Corydoras Seussi. But I also mentioned in the intro that we had a surprise spawning here in the fish room. So let's go check that out. Alright, so this tank here is a 20-gallon long, and this is where I keep my Red Coral Pencilfish and my Cull Shrimp from my Blue Dreams and my Bloody Marys. I currently have 6 Red Coral Pencilfish in this tank, and I'm super excited about a recent development and something that's going on in this tank. I have 1 male and 5 females. This right here is the male. He's a little bit larger than the females, and then he has a distinct difference in his dorsal fin. He's got a white patch at the front leading edge and base of his dorsal fins where the females do not. And again, he's a little bit larger in size. Now I did have 2 males and 6 females, but this male here killed the other male, and he also killed one of the females. Now they're pretty active spawners. They go down into the subwasser tank and spawn just about every morning. And that's what he's trying to do right now, is get one of the females to join him into the subwasser tank. He'll convince one of the females to join him. They'll go down, dart into that subwasser tank, do their thing. He'll come out, and when she's exhausted, he will usually go and try to round up another female. But this is pretty much their activity every morning. Now, I've mentioned in the past that I want to spawn these fish, and I know that the TDS was just a little bit too high in this tank. I was keeping the TDS around 225 to 250 for the benefit of the Cull Shrimp. There's a Bloody Mary right there. There's a Blue Dream back there. But I was keeping them, the water parameters for the benefit of the Neocaridina's in here, knowing that the TDS was probably a little bit too high for the red coral pencilfish to really successfully reproduce in this tank. So over time I've been lowering the TDS, and it's now at about 98, I believe, is where it tested at this morning. And when I was doing a water change here recently, I noticed something a little different in the tank. I noticed this right here, center frame. That right there is a juvenile red coral pencilfish. I don't know if it's the only one in the tank. It is the only one that I see currently, but there's a ton of places for those fish to hide in this tank, especially when they're this small. He's maybe a quarter of an inch. You can see how camouflaged that fish is compared to the adults. Probably so they can hide from the adults, because I'm sure the adults will have no problem and won't hesitate to put them in their mouth and make a tasty little snack of the fry. But it's just real nice and exciting to see a little juvenile swimming around in the tank. This fish is a species that I mentioned I want to focus on this winter and have a couple spawns from, hoping to grow out maybe anywhere from 20, 30, 40 fry. And just seeing one in the tank survive naturally with the adults gives me a lot of confidence and reassurance that this is a breeding project that is going to be easily doable. So anyways, just wanted to point that out. Now, the red coral pencilfish do like a lush tank. They do like a lot of plants, a heavily planted tank, but they also appreciate open swimming areas as well. I feed these red coral pencilfish fluval bug bites. I kind of grind it up a little bit so it fits in their mouths better. And then they also get quite a bit of live baby brine shrimp. I always have live baby brine shrimp going in here in the fish room, and that is probably their favorite snack. It's the live baby brine shrimp. But anyways, really excited about the red coral pencilfish here, and looking forward to working on this project a little bit more this winter. All right, YouTube, there you have it. The 3 new species of Corydoras here in the fish room at TM Aquatics, and the surprise spawning by these red coral pencilfish here in the fish room. I am super excited about this breeding project, and I can't wait to place a lot more focus on it over these winter months. Now, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. As always, I appreciate the fact that you took time out of your schedule to watch one of my videos. If you have any comments or questions, post them down below. Hit the like button on your way out, and if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and help me reach that milestone of 10,000 subscribers. I thank you very much. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and until the next one, we'll catch you all later.